Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Darcy Piceu before the 2022 Hardrock 100. How are you, Darcy?
Good. I'm really good.
Happy to be back in the San Juans.
I'm so happy to be here. Yes.
You just arrived last night?
Yes, I got in about like 4 o'clock and went up Mineral Creek and did a little run up Ice Lake Trail, and it was beautiful. Like right after the storm came through, and got a little jogging up there, so it was nice.
You got out this morning yet, or?
Yeah, I just did a little run up Kendall Road or whatever that road is, and came back down. Yeah.
So you
ran over and met you.
You reconnected to the San Juans real quick.
Yes, I love coming back here. Yeah.
This is far from your first trip to the San Juans.
Yeah.
This will be your 9th Hardrock. A lot of years, when you're preparing for Hardrock, you generally have seemed to run 2 or 3 ultras in preparation.
Yeah.
You haven't this year.
No.
What was the reasoning or thinking, or what happened to make that change?
Well, I was signed up for Bighorn 100 and I didn't run it. Without divulging too much, I think my desire to race hard is waning, and I'm just trying to be really intentional about what I'm doing and know exactly why I'm doing it. And sorry, the horseflies are eating me. And I was running. I missed Bighorn, but then I've been doing some mountain runs in preparation for Hardrock, and I know exactly why I'm running this race.
Well, that's perfect. I was going to ask that later in the interview. So let's just jump into motivations, because not just with Hardrock you've run a lot of times, but we've been running ultras about the same amount of time, about 20 years.
20 years.
So what are your motivations for racing? I mean, you obviously still love running.
I love running in the mountains, through the wildflowers. That part is it lives in here. So I'm just so psyched to be here and have fun. Yeah. Really have fun out there and just try and just enjoy it.
Then what still gets you to at least pin the bib on once a year?
Well, this place, this one in particular, I think I've sort of had it in the back of my mind that I would love to, if possible, get 10 finishes here. And if I get in next year, this is 9, hopefully 1 more year, and that would be ideal. Yeah. Yeah.
And would you probably hang things up after that, or
maybe,
really take a break at least?
Yeah.
We were chatting before that, one of the things that's been a constant is Sophia has been here, your daughter. I'm guessing every other year. And not this year, so it'll be a change.
I know. Yeah, just keeping it really simple this year. She's 13. She's basically literally grown up with Hardrock, which is really cool. And she's a teenager. She wants to be with her friends. She had all kinds of camps and has been traveling a bunch and just needed time at home. Yeah. So she's at home hanging out with friends, and I'm here. And
Sophia will miss you if you watch this.
I know. I love you. I miss you.
So you have changed. You didn't race as much. You didn't run Bighorn. You were only going to do that.
Yeah.
Have you changed your training or preparation for Hardrock at all? Otherwise,
no, not really. I mean, I feel like I've been doing a little bit more of just other things that I enjoy, like biking and paddleboarding and swimming, and just not solely focused on just running. And I think it's just helping my body a little bit more, and just not being as hard on my body.
Yeah, and some of that's
just good.
Calculated. It also sounds like you enjoy.
I really enjoy it.
And maybe you sacrificed some of those aspects when you were trying to be completely dialed and focused on whether it was Hardrock or the Rocky Mountain Slam or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
But you haven't given up running. You're here.
No, I'll never give up running. And that's why I think just taking it back a notch is going to help me so that I can be 75 and run in with Sophia and be healthy. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think, changing the training a little bit and having less races ahead of time, do you think you might change your actual racing at all, on this weekend?
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm just going to try and stay comfortable, go out comfortably. Maybe take it back a notch at the start if I can. I get a little caught up. It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard to take it back, but I'm going to just try and really, just be conversational, comfortable for as long as I can.
Do you think, in some ways that could lead to, whether it's an actual better performance in terms of time or just you coming out of the race saying, I even nailed that better than I have before?
Maybe. I hope so. I mean, I remember watching Jamil Khoury's race when he and Nick had such an amazing run, and they blew by me one year going down into Telluride. And he like just went out walking in the beginning. And I was like, wow, that was a pretty cool strategy. So who knows? We'll see what happens. Yeah.
You've gone through a lot of, Hardrock's been a big part of your life.
Yes.
And you've gone through some tough moments at and with Hardrock. Last year, sadly, your dog, Maggie, who's passed away since, was really sick in the weeks coming into Hardrock. How did you, and you started and you ended up running a solid race.
Yeah.
How did
it was hardest Hardrock though. Yeah.
You were also with Nausea. There were a lot of issues there.
Yeah. Well, but, it's seen me through. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
But how did you deal with that stress, or did it help you cope with it, or how did that all interact?
I mean, I think in some ways I come here, there's always something happening in life, and I feel like maybe that's part of why Hardrock's so special to me, is that it's seen me through a lot of difficult times in life, and I come here and there's nothing better than running and just like running through the mountains for 29 hours or more, or whatever you run it in. And it allows you to just process things, and that's pretty amazing. So
yeah, like I guess to dig in a little more, like did those thoughts come up like in the days before, like how were you able to push it back, or were you actually like thinking of the situation?
I was definitely thinking of the situation.
Like in the race.
Maybe not as much in the race. I was actually dealing with a lot of other stuff during the race. So
like feeling like you want to puke.
Yes, like the whole race I had the worst stomach. So, that part kind of like just shadowed everything, unfortunately. So I'm just hoping to like have a good tummy and enjoy the running.
I mean, maybe putting on a bib and forcing yourself you have to be in that moment, whether you're having a good time running or feeling nauseous and trying to deal with it the whole time. You're there right in that place in that moment.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you don't have to deal with so much nausea and have a lovely, fun run around the San Juans. Good luck.
Thanks, Brian.